Hi Capricorn, happy Halloween. I hope you're all doing well. So, I am obviously, hopefully, obviously, the Joker for your Halloween costume. So, I thought that the signs that I chose to dress like this for would probably be less serious readings. And while some of them have been lighthearted, immediately when I got into your energy, it was like, better get serious about something. And so I switched decks and now I'm working with the zombie tarot. So it's still Halloween themed, but it is more serious because the images are a little bit ominous, a little bit dark, and not so cartoony. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on for you, Capricorn. If you feel like somebody maybe has been in an energy that's too serious, or you've been too serious, or Spirit's saying something about that, but we'll get into it. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Andy. This is 13 Moon Tarot. I'm a Halloween fanatic, obviously. Okay. It's a good outlet for my creativity. That's why I enjoy it so much. And I have an 8th house stellium, so I got a lot, and Pluto on my rising, so I got a lot of Scorpio influence. So going on. I also have Saturn at 29 degrees on my rising. So I feel like I'm connected to Capricorn energy since I do have such a strong placement in Saturn. And as I say that, we have luck here. Okay, good. That's a relief because I was worried about this serious energy with you, Capricorn. You have distraction and resistance coming in with luck. What's the luck? The 4 of Wands. You can't rely on luck, right? For things to happen. It's great if you're a lucky person, and I feel like you have had some good luck. But planning for the future, hoping that things will just turn out, well, I'm hearing it's a joke. There's a difference between having faith, right, and believing in good luck. Interesting. All right, let's get into your reading here, Capricorn. Well, what are you saying? Like Capricorn has to put mischief here? Caching. You have to keep your eyes peeled, okay? There's things that could pop up in something that you're thinking about, some situation or some idea you have for something you're working on that creates issues unnecessarily or problems. And if you just ride the wave of good luck without getting into the nitty-gritty details and strategizing a little bit more, then I feel like you could potentially lose out on something very significant to you, Capricorn. Now, usually you don't miss a beat with that kind of stuff because of your Saturn ruler, right? You do take things pretty seriously. I could be talking about an energy that you've been connected to recently. Maybe this is something that's going on with them. Take it however it resonates. This is a general reading, so it may not resonate with you at all. That's totally cool if it doesn't. It's kind of weird if every tarot reading for Capricorn resonated with every Capricorn, at least in my opinion, right? Then what's the point? So if this is your reading, you can find a link to the extended in the description box below. Now, my plan is to do this Halloween-themed reading where we're going to look at your current energy, if something's haunting you here, or maybe it's something that's distracting you. Let's switch it to something that's distracting you. And luck already came out, but we'll go deeper. We'll see how you can, get rid of that distraction or what you can do about it, as well as something that's coming in as a treat, maybe something or someone who's tricking you or at least thinking they are, and then something that you can manifest in the next 3 months. And I was using all these Halloween decks before, but I am really drawn to this crow deck today. So let's see what's going on here, Capricorn. Let's get 6. Put them face down, so we'll go through it together. You're super wise and careful with your wisdom. And Spirit wants you to stay that way in this situation that you're in. Okay, this is coming in really strong. That message there. Let's get an overall. I can't help but use Halloween Oracle. Let's get one from the Halloween deck. Could be dealing with a Gemini. Geminis have a tendency to deal with things that are difficult by making them not so serious in one way or another. Maybe you have Gemini in your chart. That could be a very good quality, like to take on a lighthearted energy. But here I feel like that's exactly what you want to avoid. Skull of darkness, blind spots. Yeah, it's like you have to keep your eye out for something. There are blind spots. There is something that you're not seeing. There's something hidden in the dark here. Absolutely. This is confirmation of that. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. Let's get into it. Tarot, yes. Capricorn, or anybody else who's watching this. And if you are drawn to this reading, okay, and you don't have Capricorn as like, you know, one of your personal placements or primary placements, like Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, but you're still watching this, and I feel like somebody is for some reason. I don't talk about this usually, but maybe you want to look at what's going on with Saturn in your chart right now. The Hermit, you could be a Virgo. Okay, and we have the Hermit card. There's something. Is this you? I feel like this is you. So you already see something here. Look at the way you're looking. I don't feel like that's part of the spread, but there is something you see. You're already looking at something. You're already looking at the blind spot. Maybe for some of you, you're seeing someone else's blind spots, their weaknesses, or where they're not doing something they should, or something, or where they're vulnerable at some point. Distraction with luck. Okay, let's get into your reading. Let's see. Your overall energy is fear. Is it, Capricorn? Is your overall energy fear? We have a scarecrow here, which is erected, right, to keep away the crows, make them fearful that somebody's there. Okay, hold on one second. Some of you, and this won't be for all of you, there could be another message here, so hold on if this isn't for you. But there's some of you here who are like doing something that you want to keep private, and you've kind of created some kind like distraction to keep someone away. Someone can't see something you're doing. Perhaps, yeah, maybe it's someone else's blind spot. Luck. Okay, what else? Let's get specific here. What's going on? 8 of Cups, 10 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. For some of you, you could be nervous that there's an ending on its way here in some aspect of your life. The Moon, maybe this is fear. Again, it's like you don't know what's going to happen in this situation. Love, work, career, health, family, whatever. You are nervous about that. And at the same time, it's like you can also see, you know, life is complicated. Usually there's more than one situation going on. And I feel like that's what's happening in this reading. It's like you can see what someone else is doing and their blind spot and how they're missing something, okay? And it's like there's also some kind of protective barrier you have to ward off someone or some energy so that you can focus on something that you want to do or you don't want to share with someone. And, oh my goodness, and there's also a fear here of something ending. And the fear is like something's ending before something could be completed, I feel. See, it's like somebody here is holding on to something. One second, Capricorn. Somebody showed up to something thinking that there wasn't a battle or there wasn't an issue, and it turns out that there really was. I feel like you're also walking away here from the unknown. It's like you don't want things to be unknown. And maybe you dealt with that for some time. You're like, well, I'm just going to have to see, or I'll try to figure it out. But now it's like those blind spots you have. It's like, no, I'm walking away from that unknown. And it's like you're heading towards this energy of luck instead, hoping that things will be better. Oh man, this reading is complicated, and I'm already a little bit confused about what's happening. I need some clarity, Spirit. I need some direction. Can we just give me some straight up direction? Where are we going in this reading? Strength. The High Priestess, and the King of Pentacles, which is you. You're definitely trusting your intuition here. Is there a warning here? There is a warning here for you, Capricorn. And it is to take something a little bit more serious than you are. Okay, so let's keep going. I don't know if it's just multiple messages are coming through, or if this situation is just really complicated here. But there is some fear here about something ending before finding the truth out, or before gaining clarity. And there is also an energy here of having a blind spot while seeing someone else's. What's haunting you and needs to die? Trickery. Well, I'd say, feel like this energy is even like a little bit tricky for me. Maybe it's not trickery. Maybe it's tricky. I'm hearing no, it's trickery. Okay, but this energy is tricky for me. So it must be for you. What's haunting Capricorn? The trickery. Seven of Pentacles. And I'm hearing an unrealized promise. And the Hangman. It's like something's keeping you stuck or kept you stuck. What is that? Temperance. Perhaps this is a message of things are going to happen in divine timing, or it's that hope, that luck that things will balance out. What's Capricorn's blind spot? Six of Cups. What's the blind spot Capricorn's witnessing? Four of Pentacles. Okay, so the blind spot you see in someone else is that they're restricting themselves in some way. Okay, they're fearful. They're holding on to something. They're also guarded. Okay, and that's not doing them any favors here. They can't let go of something out of fear. Okay, it's like they have a chain around them in some sense, right? They're chained to some fear of theirs or some situation that's not doing them any good, or they're scared to expand in some way. That's what you're seeing. Your blind spot, of course, it's a lot more complicated. The Six of Cups here. It's in your subconscious. See how this is in the water here, representing the subconscious. And with the home and it's dark, yeah, it feels like something in your shadow perhaps is tricking you. It's haunting Capricorn. You've been waiting to gain some clarity on something, and it's just not happening. It might feel like things are getting worse even. And I'm not saying they are, but this is the feeling that I'm picking up on. Okay, let's keep going. How to get rid of this? Like, what can we do? Mimicry. Oh, interesting. What does Capricorn have to mirror here? Like, what is this? I'm seeing this German Shepherd look up at the raven or the crow, and the crow is making a noise here. It's like you need to, it's not imitate, but what is it? Hold on. What is this? The German Shepherd for me, which I love German Shepherds, my favorite dog, is to me like a badass, but it's a protective dog. Right? You can train them well. Three of Cups. Seven of Cups. The Moon. Oh my goodness. Capricorn. I don't believe I've ever had a reading that's been this, it's like a riddle. I should have been the Riddler. It's like mimicry is like mirroring somebody here, or mirroring something. The energy of someone, or what they're saying. But maybe this is like Spirit saying to you, the blind spot you see in another could be your own blind spot. Ooh, yeah. For some of you, that's true. Okay, and you're not seeing that. But that's why you can see it so easily in someone else, because you subconsciously, you recognize it within. The fear you're witnessing in someone else is somehow related to a fear you have. Now, I'm not saying it's being acted out in the same way, but there is something you can relate to there with the Six of Cups. And if you're like, if this upsets you or you just vehemently disagree, that's cool. Just click off. No worries, right? I feel that energy. But because this is a touchy thing, right? Of course, there's something in your shadow, in your subconscious that you can't see, but you're seeing that in someone else, right? So yeah, I mean, it's difficult to come to conscious awareness about that. But if you intuitively feel like you're connecting to this message, then keep listening, because once you realize that, King of Swords here with the Three of Cups, and the Chariot, it's like you realize how to push yourself out of an energy of holding on to something. And I need one more of these cards here, Spirit Guides. Cauldron, synergy and healing. It's like you learn how to manifest something. Like some fortune here. You stop relying. I don't know where the luck message came from. That was weird. What was the luck about? Anomaly. Yeah, it was weird. it's like it's like suddenly when you get close to discovering what your own blind spot is, your attention diverts over to something that is out of character for you. Luck. Oh my God, guys. What am I? Mischief. Yeah, it's no good. Maybe you're gambling, I don't know, or you're investing in things that are really unstable, or I don't know, you're just blindly believing that something's going to turn out the way you want it to, and it's not an act of faith. It's like I don't know. It's just a distraction, I want to say. Wow. Okay. You'll have to let me know if this is resonating. Well, hit the like button. That always lets me know if it's resonating. But if you want to share in the comments, I'm dying to know how this is playing out for you. I'm sure it's different for everybody. Okay. So you're going to realize here something about yourself that you see in another. That's going to allow you to manifest. That's shadow work anyways, right? So you're going to do some shadow work. Face your fears. Realize why something hasn't been working out for you the way you want it to. And then you're going to go through that block in the energy. I'm hearing to an understanding of who's really there for you and who is not. This is the most interesting Three of Cups I've ever seen. There's only one person. Well, there's two other people on the side, but this person's cut off. That person's not, you can't even see any of their face. They're just walking away somewhere. It's like, who, at the end of the day, who's here for me? Like, who's actually here for me? Who's around me? Are these even like people I can rely on? So it's like you're going to go forward not worrying about other people's opinions or give me one more on this. Three of Cups. Knight of Cups. Or waiting for anybody to offer you something. That's not quite it though. Page of Swords. See, I feel like that's you. And this is like the somebody else, not waiting for somebody else. I figured this was someone else. It's like you behind them because this looks like you as the Hermit too. It's like you're going to see someone coming before they see you coming? What? All right, Capricorn. I'm going to go into the extent. Holy, we're at 22 minutes. I'm going to go in the extended and go a little further, but let's finish out your reading here, okay? What's tricking you? Oh my goodness. Grief. Ah, thank you. That's some clarity. So when we're mourning something, the loss of something, the loss of a part of ourselves, the loss of a future that we realize isn't going to play out, we can grieve that too, right? Or the loss of a relationship, a job, whatever. Those feelings suck, as you probably know, right? And we can do many things. Our ego does many things to avoid facing the fear of grieving. And grieving, it is scary to grieve because when you grieve, a lot of pain comes up. Right? A lot of the emotions that you've repressed, even beyond the situation, which is what makes it scary, right? Like if you lose somebody, you grieve the loss of them, but then other feelings of maybe feeling abandoned or feeling alone from childhood, like they all come up too. And it's like, whoa, this is too much, right? And I feel like there's something, hey Pix, I feel like there's something here. She's here, so guys, I know that means something. But there's something that you're not wanting to look at. Grief. It's what's tricking you. Tell me more about this grief. Tell me more about this grief. The Lovers. Grief over a certain decision you made or connection. The Moon. It's like something ended before you got all the answers. Didn't I say that before? A decision was made before you had all the knowledge. Maybe you made this decision, somebody else did. It's like something was lost before it ended. I don't know how else to say that. Queen of Pentacles here. Didn't you already come out as the King of Pentacles? So this could have been a counterpart of yours. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, Pix, you're moving all the cards. Queen of Cups. Yeah, I feel like a decision was made in which somebody, you or somebody else, or both, tried to distract themselves by focusing on something unrealistic, okay, and not dealing with all of the emotions that happen when you're hurt, when you experience a 10 of Swords. You have to go through those emotions. They have to come up, or else they're going to come through in a way that you don't want them to. That's what I explained this recently. Like, that's what the shadow is, right? It's a space. It's not really a person or a part of you. It's a space in which we push parts of ourselves into the shadow. And so those parts we push of ourselves into the shadow aren't necessarily bad. They're just wounded, hurt, or rejected. And we don't want to deal with them, or we've been told we're not allowed to be those parts of ourselves. We're not allowed to show weakness. We're not allowed to show grief. We have to keep going, or we are better on our own, or whatever the case is. I don't know. And so we take that part of us that's scared or fearful or sad and push it into the darkness. And that part is like, hello, I didn't die. I'm still here, but you're ignoring me. So now I'm going to have to create trickery and issues in your life for you to acknowledge me. And until you acknowledge me, I'm going to wreak havoc here. And that's either something that's happening to you or to someone else. Both probably. It happens to everyone, to be honest. It does. Everybody's got a shadow space, and this is what happens. But now, with me talking to you about it, it's coming into your awareness. And maybe you're supposed to be at a time in your life where people are telling you where everything's supposed to be good, you don't need to be so serious, ha 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 ha, right? Like, but I'm the Joker, right? So this is like a wounded person. This is a shadow character, right? They're wounded. They pushed their wounds into the shadow and came back as something darker, right? That is, well, we don't need to go into all that. We know that, right? Who the Joker is. So I feel like Spirit's really bringing this to your attention, and we're going to find out why, but I got to get Pixel off the table to do that. So give me 1 second. Okay, Pix. No, I know, but this is not the time or the place. Go. All right. I am back. Let's see. Grief. That was deep. Okay, so let's see. What is treating you? Teamwork. Oh, this has just got so... The sun has come out on your reading, okay? I know this has been a little darker, but hey, it's what I got for you. Watch some other positive readings that are full of, like, luck, right? After this one. Right, we got to deal. You're Saturn, right? Like, there's no... You got to get down to it, right? It's if you don't learn the lessons, Saturn punishes you. And I don't mean that like in a way where don't, anthropomorphize that. It's not like in an egoic way. It's just karma. It's just that repressed energy can't move. So something's got to shake it out, right? That's all that is. Like you bottle up that energy, something's got to stir it out to release it. You can't keep it like that. Okay, teamwork for the treat. Okay, so this is you working with yourself, I feel, first and foremost. I think this is an owl here. So the owl's kind of providing wisdom, leading the way. Let's see. Tell me more about teamwork for what's a treat for Capricorn. Now, I know you roll solo quite a bit, but you don't need to. King of Wands. Could be teamwork with a fire sign here. It could be a partnership of some sort. Teamwork. And did I lock someone in? No. Okay. Is there somebody in here? Somebody's scratching at the door. This is all a message. It's like, did I lock someone in? Is someone here? Is someone scratching at the door? Interpret that as you will. It's a message for you. King of Wands and what is this? The Magician. Yeah, so you can manifest movement forward by, well, let's see what the book says about teamwork. 5 of Wands, which is also about teamwork. I mean, look at this picture. They're not fighting. They're moving forward together as a team. So let's see. 48. Do you hear that? That's my cats at the door. That's like what's going on here in the blind spot. Just clawing at you, okay? Or clawing at someone. It's like something is not going to leave you alone until you address it. Or somebody, you know? Take it however. Crows have mastered teamwork. Mobbing is one example of how crows work together on a common goal. When an intruder or predator enters their territory, the birds jump into an orchestrated action. Each member of the group holds an advantageous position in fighting off the threat. If your situation is a bit more complex, I think it is, or you could use an extra hand, teamwork will be the solution to find success. Call upon your team. This could be your spirit guides, right? Your family or your friends to assist you when you're facing a challenge that requires more than you can comfortably handle. For some of you, maybe you want to talk to someone about the shadow space. You know, like I'm just a tarot reader on YouTube, so whatever. But maybe you won't like, so don't take my recommendation about this. But if you feel like it, maybe you want to, you know, do some psychoanalysis of some sort to address the shadow space. Teamwork strengthens bonds, creates positive memories, and reinforces an awareness that you're not alone. And you're not alone, Capricorn. If you're still here, I take the message as resonating. I'm reading it, which means I can see it. And therefore, you're not alone. I hear it, okay? I see you. I see the pain that you're in and what you're witnessing in another and how difficult it is for you, okay? I do see it. But I also see your strength. I also see your ability to face it head on. This is not, I'm not talking to an energy that needs to be babied. I never do with Capricorn, actually. There's no like, I need to get soft with you, you know? Like, no, I can pretty much say it like it is. Because of that Saturn, right? Like, you know that you need to face things head on. Okay. What are you going to manifest in the next 3 months? Displacement here. Let's see. Summer 13, which is a good thing. Okay, so let's see here. What are you displacing? What is being displaced? The Sun. Or is that Judgment? That's Judgment, sorry. Ooh, better. Okay. And the 2 of Swords. No, wait. That's the World, sorry. I got so confused with this baby image. The World. What are you displacing? Teamwork, the World, and the 2 of Swords. It's your indecision to close something out. This feeling of being guarded and like, I feel like that is inside of you, this whole scene, right? It's like looking out into these rough waters, storms, dark clouds, but holding a sword of truth in your hand, being strong, taking a strong position. This person's not cowering to the storm and the dark and the shadows. This person's not cowering, not at all. This person knows the sun's right there behind these dark clouds. They know the truth, and that's you. And I feel like you're displacing any fear that you have to close out a cycle. You're saying that doesn't belong to me. You know, like that energy of fear, it's so not for you and it doesn't need to be a part of you anymore. But in order to release it, to displace it, you have to go through it. Right? You can't get over something, right? You can only go through it. It's not like you can jump over this. You have to feel through it. You have to do the work through the thing in order to manifest what it is that you want. The only way the only way out is in. And maybe it is true for you. The only way in is out, by getting out of a certain situation or getting out of distractions. That's the only way you'll be able to go in and face any kind of grief you have. I do still feel like you can see something of another person here. And Spirit's saying, use that knowledge you have of what's going on with them as a mirror to hold up to yourself with mimicry. That's there to protect you, that reflection, so that you see something about yourself before another does. You want to find your weaknesses before someone else does. Trust me on that, okay? It's true. And everybody has them. Now, like I said before, just because Spirit's saying this person's a mirror doesn't mean you are exactly like that person. Not at all. Like, everything could be totally different about the two of you, but there's something there. There's something. Okay? Something. Okay. We'll get into it. We'll go into the extended. We'll go a little deeper. Thank you, Capricorn, for staying through this reading and being brave. Okay? Being strong to listen to this and to consider it as your message. Okay? And to do the work that needs to be done so you can manifest what it is that you want in life. I love you so much, Capricorn. I'll see you next time.